Geno. Oh, Geno. Where are you, my Geno? Geno Auriemma, you made sure that your senior leader got injured. And yes, I know you're going to sit here and people might sit here and tell me, no, he didn't do it. I am going to tell you that Paige Bueckers having her knee rolled up on her today at Villanova was Geno Auriemma's fault. I'm going to repeat that. Paige Bueckers' knee injury today, where she got rolled up against Villanova, was Geno Auriemma's fault. But before we jump in, let me welcome you back to Rudy's Rant, powered by Coming Out the Podcast. I am your host, Rudy Rodriguez Shoma, and this is where we talk facts over feelings. If you have not seen the new logo for Come On Now the Podcast, if you have not seen the new logo for Rudy's Rant, I have shared it in the community room. Please do take a look. Let me know what your thoughts are. I have a logo specifically for Rudy's Rant. I have a logo specifically for Come On Now the Podcast, and I have a new logo now for Combat Corner. We're deciding which one. We've designed about 20, trying to pick the one that hits the best. I can tell you this, that a lot of these logos that we're creating, we will be putting on merch and on t-shirts. So once that merch drops, go get yourself a Rudy's Rant t-shirt, a Come On Now the Podcast t-shirt, a Combat Corner t-shirt. The Rudy's Rant ones are classically hilarious. I mean, there's some that I just think are what, I mean, you'll see. Thank you so much for the support of this channel. If you are new to this channel, please be sure to like, subscribe, follow, hit that bell, become a member. I greatly appreciate it, man. I thank you all so much. Paige Bueckers got hurt today, and I hope for her sake that it's not a season-ending injury. She was able to walk herself off the floor, thankfully. But this is a situation, and I will just play it for you, and then I will give you my commentary on it. Whoa. Obviously, you see her leg gets rolled up on a loose ball. Number 11 from Villanova dives for the ball. It's a normal play. Before anyone loses their minds and says that was a dirty play. I mean, we are in this world of soft basketball in which anytime someone bangs into somebody, it's called dirty. That is a basic basketball play. You want to know how that would be avoided? Is if Paige Bueckers had the same that number 11 had there for Villanova. I don't even know. Let me see what's number 11's name. Number 11's name is Jasmine Basco. Jasmine Basco is I presume their leading scorer. She's averaging 15-6 a game, 45% shooting. She did have a rough day today for Villanova in terms of, statistically, she is their leading scorer. She's their best player. So the best player for Villanova was diving for a loose ball in a game that they're trailing 63-37, down 26 points with 1:17 to go in the third quarter. That is the effort level of what you want from a player. Whereas Paige Bueckers, and you can disagree with me, she went in there just trying to go get the ball. She just didn't think that someone else wanted the ball more. She just thought that Villanova quit, and her attitude to that ball was to just try to pick it up normally while another player's diving for it. Basco did not try to hurt her before anyone loses their minds. She did not try to hurt her, but she was playing aggressively. She's trying to get the ball. So I'm going to continue to play this video for you. But there are people that are already saying that I've seen saying it was dirty. No, it was not dirty. Stop it.
That was not good. That was Bosco diving for the ball and rolling up Bueckers' leg.
Obviously, uncomfortable situation. Turning out the volume because I don't want this to be chopped off. She's kicking the floor. But then there's a point right here where she says, where Paige, first off, the place is silent, bro. This is a college basketball arena. I've never heard, and there was over 6,000 people at this game. I have never heard a basketball arena that silent in my life. that has over 5,000 people in there. I mean, it is, you could literally hear a pin drop, stone silence. Again, I hope Paige Bueckers is okay. She's going to miss some games. There's no question about it. How many games she missed remains to be seen. Now, Geno Auriemma in his post-game press conference did his little thing where he says, "Yeah, oh, I had he says the funny thing about it was I had someone at the scorer's table to sub in for Paige." Really, Geno? And I'm going to get into that in a second, but I want you to hear this right here.
Hopefully obviously just a momentary scare, but obviously the teammate.
Obviously in pain. Obviously, she's probably more scared than anything. You know, obviously she's had that injury on that knee. So it's scary. It's absolutely a scary situation. But man, it is quiet in that arena.
It's gathered around, and this building is so quiet you could hear a pin drop.
Okay, Paige, cut the shit. Cut the shit. Let's listen to this again. Okay, I'm gonna bring it back to. That's a flagrant foul. It was so quiet in there that you could hear Paige Bueckers cry for a flagrant foul. Get the fuck out of here. You're sitting here telling me that someone diving for a ball is a flagrant foul, Paige. Real shit? Stop it. Stop it. You're upset. I get it. That's not a flagrant foul. In no world is that a flagrant foul. That's a common foul. That's a basic basketball play where if you had dove for the ball as well, that wouldn't have happened to your knee. You both would have dove for the ball. But you want to scream flagrant foul? See, that's a bad look to me. That's a flag. That is where we are in basketball. Diving for a ball is cried for a flagrant foul. You may not like my commentary on this. I talk facts over feelings. You all know that. That's some bullshit what she just did. That's a flagrant foul. Goddamn. Dive for the ball, Paige. Have the same want to that Vasco had while she's getting her ass kicked by your team. Have that same passion and desire. And this is a Paige Bueckers issue. She doesn't have that passion. She doesn't have that desire. She doesn't have that want to. She doesn't have it. It is the part of her game that is missing. She is not a dog. And I'm not trying to dump on her right now, but she's not a dog. She's a really good player, but she's not a dog. 11, Vasco, that's a dog. Down 26, diving for a loose ball. That's what a dog does. That's what someone who wants it does. Even when they're getting their ass kicked, that's what that person wants. She wanted that ball. You went in lollygagging to the ball and you acted like, oh, no one's going to come get it. And you're going to sit here and say that's a flagrant foul. Get out of here. I feel bad for you, Paige. I really, really do. And I feel bad for you because the reason that happened, beyond the fact that you didn't dive for the ball, you didn't have that same desire for that ball, was your coach left you out there to get hurt. That's right. I said it. Your coach left you out there to get hurt. Now I'm going to show you another thing at the end where obviously she knows that this is a tough situation for her. She knows better than anybody that there's an injury here. She knows that the pain that she's in. By the way, Jasmine Basco is their best player at Villanova. She's a freshman. So obviously, as a freshman, you're trying to prove a point. You're competing against the best in the country, the best players in the country as an 18, 19-year-old freshman, and you're the best player at Villanova right now, and they're scuffling. They're a 500 team. Well, let me show you something else. Here's a different angle of the play, and you see where Paige is coming from and Basco is coming from. You have Paige who's just trying to bend over to grab the ball. You always hit the ground for that ball. You don't bend over for the ball. You go to grab the ball. And you have Basco who's diving in for the ball, and all you have is a rolled ankle. That's what happened. It twerked underneath her. It torqued. It sucks. It's a sucky situation. But you had one player who wanted the ball and another one who thought the other team was just going to let her have it. Like, that's someone who's trying to go get the ball. She didn't hurt her on purpose. That was not on purpose. By no means was that on purpose. It's a shitty situation. And she walked herself to the locker room, which is good. And obviously she knows that this is not good. This is not good. She's in tears. She knows that it's a bad situation for her. She's going to miss some games. She's going to miss some games. But I'm going to get to the core of this. This is Geno Auriemma's fault. More than anything, this is Geno Auriemma's fault. Why in the world is Paige Bueckers in a game that they're up 26 in with a minute to go in the third quarter? This is the same shit that I have been largely critical of Lindsay Gottlieb at USC about the usage rate of Juju Watkins. This is the same thing that I am so critical of because there are too many games in which Lindsay Gottlieb has Juju Watkins playing in a 40-point game in the fourth quarter to pad up her numbers, to make her look better, while risking losing your best player. And she does it game in and game out. I mean, I had a video on this that I did on this already. Against, obviously, UConn, she had to play. The next game they played Michigan. They won by 20. They outscored them by 10 in the fourth quarter. It was a 10-point game going in the fourth. So I get it. You're going to play more. But Juju Watkins played 37 minutes. No, only one other player played 30-plus minutes on this team. Kiki Iriafen played 21 minutes. Granted, she had 5 fouls, but she had foul problems. But you cannot. You're playing her too much. 37 minutes. And then the next game, Nebraska, they win by 20 again. Well, how much does she play this particular game? And I am doing this blindly because I already know that she's playing the fourth quarter. 36 minutes. Only one other player played 30 minutes. That was Kiki Iriafen. You have got to be able to play with other players than your best players, because you're trying to reach some level of numbers. Maybe I don't know if that's what it is. I think that's what it is. But how do you develop your bench if you never play your bench? This game right here with Villanova, Paige played 25 minutes of the first 28 and a half minutes. They're up 26. Think about that. 26. You don't think that's a problem? You're up 26, and you have your best player out there having played 25. I'm doing this as I'm recording this. I just saw the score of the USC-Rutgers game. USC is up 60-20 right now. Juju Watkins has 17 and 9. Right now. There's 4:55 to go in the third quarter. Juju Watkins should not be in this game. I'm looking to see if she still is. She's still in this game. They're up 40. They're up 40. Juju Watkins shouldn't play another minute of this game. Why is she still out there? Why is she on the – they were up 14, 9, 25. No, 29 and 20, 9 and 14, 23. They're up 23 at the half. They are up 40 now. Why is she on the floor? Get her out of the game. She should not play another second of that game. Not 1 second. But going back to this one, here's the UConn game. Paige played 25 minutes. Sarah Strong, in comparison, played 26 minutes the entire game. Sarah Strong played 26 minutes of the 40. Paige played 25 of the first 28 and a half minutes. You don't see a problem with that? While Geno doesn't develop a bench that features nothing but McDonald's All-Americans. Geno Auriemma's coaching style got her hurt. You need to remember that she's made of butter. She's porcelain. She gets hurt all the time. She is prone to injury. So you leaving her on the floor in a 26-point game and you sitting here giggling, shooting goo goo gaga and saying, "Oh, she was coming out of the game on the next dead ball." That's your fault. It's too late. That's too late. If you're up 20 on Villanova in the third Paige should be sitting on the bench. Period. Until that game gets to 15 or 10, she shouldn't be back in that game. Some people will disagree with me. You have to know your personnel, know the situation, know that Paige Bueckers gets hurt. She gets hurt. So you should be protecting her at all costs. It's no different than what happened today in the NFL. Kansas City Chiefs sat everybody. They sat everybody. Everybody. Patrick Mahomes didn't play. Travis Kelce didn't play. 10 starters did not play. And the Chiefs lost 38-0 to the Denver Broncos. Think about that. That is the difference between a starter and a backup. That the Kansas City Chiefs, who were 15-1, got blown out of the building 38-0 because their backups couldn't do anything. So, yes, you need to protect your starters when you're blowing people out. They don't have to play. You don't have to play. Ice Brady should get more than 12 minutes in this game. Morgan Shelley should get more than 6 minutes. Ali Zeibel should get more than 11. Caden Samuel should get more than 5. They're literally only playing 2 players off the bench. Ashlyn Shade and KK Arnold. Only 2. And of course, KK Arnold, 24 minutes, 6 of 7, 15 points. Why isn't she playing more? Why is she still playing behind Caitlin Chen, who had 0 points and 7 assists in 33 minutes? Come on, man. Come on. This is Geno Auriemma is the reason that Paige Bueckers got hurt. End of the day. Yes, I do believe that if Paige dives for the ball, just like the other player, just like Basco did, she doesn't get hurt. But she shouldn't even be out there. She shouldn't be out there. There's no logical reason on earth that she should be on that floor. None. 0. Zilch. Zip. I don't want to see Paige Bueckers on the floor up 26 and then end of the third quarter. I don't want to see it. And Geno Auriemma has to look himself in the mirror tonight and ask himself, why did he not take her out at the 5-minute mark of the third quarter? Because at the 5-minute mark of the third quarter, the 5-minute mark, heck, forget the 5-minute mark. At the 8-minute mark, they're up 21. At the 5-minute mark, actually, they're up 20. The game got down to 13, 15, 17. But at the 5-minute mark, they're up 20. The 4-minute mark, they're up 19, 21. At the 3-minute mark, they're up 23, 24. There was a TV timeout at 3:15, and you're up 24 points. Why is Paige Bueckers in that game? At 2:23, Paige hits a shot. They're up 26. She hit the last bucket before she got hurt. I think there's a major problem here. And it's Geno Auriemma. He has an ability to develop these players and let them, and you got to develop a bench. You can't run with 6, 7 players deep. This was his problem last year. One player gets hurt, the whole team falls apart. A couple players fall out. You got no one to replace them because you're not working with them. You're not developing them. Geno, you got her hurt. The same way, if Juju Watkins gets hurt in a game in which they're up 40 in the third quarter, I would say the same damn thing about Lindsay Gottlieb over there in freaking at USC. Say the same damn thing. Right now, it's a 41-point game with 2:30, 2:25 to go in the third quarter. Please tell me they took this girl out. No, she's still out there. Juju Watkins is still on that floor, and they're up 41. I'm looking at the moving. I'm looking at the damn box. She is still on that floor. This is craziness, folks. These coaches are going to get their best players hurt. At some point, it's going to bite them in the ass. It's going to bite them in the ass. They can keep doing it how they do it, but I'm telling you right now, Paige Bueckers, the cry for a flagrant foul, it's a joke, but the injury itself is largely her coach's fault. That's the way I feel about it. It bugs me so much when I see players in blowouts on the floor. I'm a Miami Dolphins fan. I had a lot of things to say last year when Bradley Chubb got hurt with like 3 minutes left in a game that the Dolphins were winning. I don't remember they were winning handily or losing handily. He shouldn't have been on the field. Your starting DN should not be on the field, and he blows his knee out. And people say, well, I don't have that much depth. Well, I don't care. Have a backup out there. Have a backup out there. You're up plenty. He should not be on that. I'm pretty sure they were winning big. He should not be on the field. No, he should not be on the field. With 3 to 5 minutes to go in the game, why is that guy on the field when you're up big? No need. No need. And now we have to see how long this Paige Bueckers injury, how many games it costs her. If she has another torn ACL, I don't think that's the case. But if she has another significant injury in which keeps her out for a number of weeks, who knows what happens with UConn? You know, who knows what happens? I don't know. It's crazy to me. It's absolutely crazy to me. But we will see. We will see. But this is the time now where Geno Auriemma has to do his job as a coach and start working to develop somebody else, working to develop players. Does this put KK Arnold back in the starting lineup, in my opinion? So we shall see. But yeah, this is on Geno Auriemma. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Love to hear what you guys say. I really believe this is on Geno. You cannot have star players out there up huge. For what? There's too much risk. There's too much risk, especially with players who are very fragile, who get hurt and have a propensity to have injuries. And Paige Bueckers is one who has a propensity to have injuries. So again, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Really appreciate y'all jumping on, checking out this video. If you are new again, please be sure to like, subscribe, follow, become a member, leave a comment. Comments are what make us go. I appreciate y'all. Like I said, we'll be dropping some logos in the thing and merch and all that stuff. Please do support. I appreciate y'all. Thank you so much once again. This is Rudy's Rant. Talk facts over feelings. Come on now.